Hello, everybody. Marcel here, just giving you a fun time update. Uh, for the few people that saw my earlier videos, part one and two, they heard me rant with accusations that the Sony hacking was a fraud and that there was a back purpose to it, which was to end up regulating the internet. And to give you a little quick summary of that theory to begin with, and then I'll give you the happy news. Um, Last year, maybe 2 years ago, a law that had been on the books for a very long time, which forbade the CIA from conducting propaganda operations against the American people, was withdrawn. So since that point, the American government is fully authorized to use propaganda against its own people, which is essentially mind manipulation of the populace. Now, getting back to our current story, Obama came out several months ago, and it was very strange. He simply made a very straight, very short comment that he was not going to allow the FCC to regulate the internet, and it was a way of telling the people that he's the president of rights and freedom of speech, and he wasn't going to let the big bad government regulate the internet because it needed to be free. Okay, that was kind of weird. And then you had these the Sony hackings with all the celebrities with their emails and their salaries and all this stuff. Mysterious hackers hack into one of the largest corporations in the history of the world, who apparently have never thought to hire a couple computer geeks from MIT to actually secure their networks, which is completely mind-numbingly stupid to think that Sony did not have cyber protection. Now, the reason they do this, there's two things. One, they get all the sheep who actually care about, Brad Pitt's emails. They get them focused on Sony. Sony hacking, Sony hacking. And the sheep think to themselves, wow, Sony's a big corporation and they can't protect themselves. Well, that's kind of interesting, but I'm not too worried about it, etc., etc. And then, all of a sudden, here come the terror threats. We're going to blow up all your movie theaters if you release the film, The Interview. And supposedly it's Korea. Of course, now they've come out and said it's not Korea. So what does that do? That takes the populace from thinking, gee, even Sony can't protect itself. I guess there's no way to protect anyone from, hacking their emails, their salaries. Someone might find out about it. So, okay. The terror threats come, well, that becomes a national security issue. So the sheep are going to say, wow, we need someone to protect us. Who's going to protect us? The government, of course. Well, Obama said he's not going to let the government regulate the internet because it would destroy your privacy and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. 2 days ago, the administration came out, and lo and behold, they are going to propose a cybersecurity bill that's going to have bipartisan support. Wow. A couple months ago, 3 months ago, he said he wouldn't let the government regulate the internet. Now he's just announced, after the sheep have all been manipulated and thrown into fear, that he's going to do exactly that. It's probably going to be a huge law. There's probably going to be an agency set up to keep us all safe from the evil terrorists who didn't really exist because it wasn't Korea. And the whole thing's just nonsense. But yeah, I predicted that they were going to come out with a bill, a law to regulate the internet based on security, which is exactly what he said he wasn't going to do. And Obama, I mean, of course. So hopefully the agency won't be this huge monstrosity, which it probably will. And of course, if the government's involved, it's really going to dampen everyone's ability to interact on the internet. Call me crazy, call me paranoid, whatever. But exactly what I said would happen, happened. And everything leading up to it was specifically for that purpose. Get all the dummies to fixate on Sony because of hacking. Make them think that even Sony isn't safe, and then we have a terrorist threat. So now it becomes a national security issue, and all the sheep think, gee, I hope Obama can protect us from these cyber terrorists. And now, again, the question is why? Why does the government care that the people are in line with this? The government knows, and they've proven they can do whatever they want. No one's going to do anything about it. Now, the reason no one does anything about it is because there's nothing you can do about it. The government is huge and powerful, and they can do whatever they want. So I'm not really sure why they're playing these games. Maybe it's entertaining to them. Or maybe they're just trying to keep all the sheep calm so that they can continue to be productive on the plantations, to pay the congressmen, the plantation owners, to pay their taxes. All right, that's all. Have fun.